Good morning. We're going to start today's session. Today is Thursday, so nearly the end of the week for our practice. So we will be practicing today these balancing poses a little bit for a bit longer, even if we need to hold to try to see the effects of having the eyes closed. But for now, as always, we start in the same way, just sitting comfortably, find the sit bones nice and grounded, roll the shoulders back and down, and then just a few stretches. Linking with the breath. Remember first the breath, then the movement follows. Good, and once you find comfortable, then sit in the cross-leg position if that's possible, if that's available, and then always every now and then just try to check how is it that you sit, because normally we tend to sit on the same way. So if you find yourself that you always cross one leg over, like I normally tend to do the right one, so then try to every now and then change to bring the balance on the body, on the hips, and it would also change the position of the spine. But for now, just close your eyes, align the spine, relax the shoulders, and feel uplifted from the top of the crown of the hips. And even though the spine is as straight as we can and the stomach in slightly to reduce that arch on the spine, we allow the abdomen to be soft so it can expand as we inhale and gently contract as we exhale. Inhaling, creating a space. Exhaling, letting go. Inhaling, nourishing the body. Exhaling, renewing. And each breath is an opportunity for us to move in the direction that feels aligned with our feelings, with our passions, with our soul. So we just need to quiet our minds as often as we can. Connect with your breathing, your life force, which is as wise as you, if you allow it. And then just listen and be creative. Keep lengthening the breath in within your comfort. Inhaling with empowerment, exhaling with decision. You are in charge. And in the same way that you can control your breath, you can control your mind, your thoughts, your life. It might take a while, but we can all do it. With the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently, align the spine, feel the heart center engaged. And then start with your gratitude practice. What is it that you want to say thank you in this moment? Really appreciating something in your life, around you. Or maybe you can just be grateful for that thought that you had, that thing that you want to start working towards, bringing into your life. And then set your intentions for this practice. It's a way of bringing focus. And then set your intentions for your day. Remember, it's self-care also counts. And inhaling, raise the arms up, chin up, head back. Exhaling, lowering the arms through the sides, resting on the lap, relax the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. And another deep breath. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for tuning. So let's cross the legs on the other way, which probably is now the easy way, the comfortable way. And we just want to have enough movement on the spine, on the back muscles, to be able to then straighten it without holding tension. So let's just turn on one side. So we can take this tool. And holding if you can on the thigh or just the back of the hand around the waist. Twisting from the hips and then more actively with shoulders. Relax the shoulders down, almost pulling down, making that space between ears and shoulders nice and big, nice and long. Chin down, feeling the stretch, the twist. And another deep breath in and out. And then inhaling, come back to the center and bring the arms all the way up. And exhaling, lowering down. Good, and then twist into the other side. And just imagine that when you are twisting, you're doing something that we're not doing the rest of the day. The movements that, even if we repeat them every day in the practice, in the yoga practice, during the day, we don't normally do them. So enjoy each breath. With each inhalation, feeling the extra space. And as you exhale, relax. And we do a deep breath in and out. And then inhaling, come back to the center, bring the arms all the way up. And exhaling all the way down. And then bring the hands in front of your shoulders, back and down a couple of times. And then forward. Very good. So, I'm going to get on, or let's stretch the legs first. We're going to do a simple balancing pose from sitting. So stretch the legs, bounce and shake, and move your toes. And then bring the feet together. As we started yesterday, or even the day before with some of you, the feet, when we massage with the thumb, then we start noticing what areas, if any, normally there is at least one area, or maybe more than one area, on the sole of the foot, on the heel, on the side of the foot, on one of the toes maybe, that is a harder skin. And that's a sign of the way that we stand, the way that we carry weight, and we walk in. So try to notice that a little bit more when you are walking, when you're standing, and see if you can modify that. See if you can start bringing more attention to your feet and the way we move, sending some love to your feet. Imagine what we would miss if we weren't able to move and be agile and be able to walk. So be grateful about your feet, but also look after them. Okay, and that would be very important for balancing. So, set that, we bring the hands to the back and then bring the knees together, the feet as closer to the hips as you can, and then wrap around with the arms. Lengthen the spine, shoulders down. And very active as you can, the heels as closer to the hips as you can, and the thighs really tight towards the chest. And then from there, we lean back just slightly so we can bring the tip of your toes just touching, and point with the toes very actively. So the stomach is in, the lower part of the abdomen is engaged. And now from there, we're going to release one hand. So notice that the hand that is not stretching, that side, perhaps it feels a little bit more active on the core, on the side muscles. And now release the other one, but keep them very active, very tight. Roll the shoulders back and down. And try to bring the chest forward so the spine is not rounded. Bring it forward. The chest forward and the shoulders back. Keep breathing there. Bring the shoulders back a little bit more. Shoulders back. So when the arms are very active, it's very normal that we want to compensate and we allow the spine to round. But if we bring the chest forward and the shoulders back and down, then the back muscles would be very strong, the shoulders as well, and that would help with the core. Good, and then from there, bring the shins up, the toes pointing out. Good, and then bring the feet down and give them a hug. We do the next step. Just bring the chin to the chest, just the tip of your toes resting down. Breathe nice and long. If you close your eyes, bring the gaze out. If you rather have them open, focus on the tip of the nose. Make sure there's no tension on the neck. And now the arms are the ones that are keeping the legs very tight and the core active. Because that's what's happening. When we bring the thighs to the chest, then the core gets more engaged without us having to do anything. Get on there. From here, and we're going to do the same. We bring one hand to the side and then the other one with the feet off the floor. And then what we do is we bring the knees to the sides. I'm going to do it from the front. So we bring the knees to the sides and then see if we can hold the feet. If we can't hold there and we can hold on the back of the thighs, then that's what we do. But just make sure that we're not leaning too back, because otherwise we can damage on the coccyx and then we're not so strong because the muscle is long. So the closer the best, and the arms with the elbows bent, try to bring you closer. If you're holding the feet, try to hold on the outside for now, rather than the toes, because what we want to do is we want to have a hip opening and the shoulders nice and open as well. When we hold the big toe is when we're getting ready to spread, because if we hold in the toes here, then we close it. Yeah? So nice and open, holding from the outside or from the back of the thighs, whatever feels good for you. Allow the knees to come wide. Good, and then inhaling and try to stretch the legs. Keep breathing. And breathing with the chest and clavicular, very good. The arms are active at all times, so if now we bend the knees, then we need to tighten with the arms as well, so we don't lose the balance, right? Let's bring the feet together. Good, very good. Let's do it again. Inhaling, stretching up. Holding whatever you can. Good. Good control. Good. And then bend the knees and bring them closer. Feet closer. Very good. And then feet down. Bring the hands behind and bounce up and down. That was very good. Bring the chin to the chest. Breathing slowly. Good, and then stop that movement and we get onto our tabletop. Activate the fingertips, stretch the toes as much as you can, relax the shoulders, soften the elbows. Good, and then from here we tuck the toes under and come straight away onto the downward facing dog. And bend the knees one at a time just to find that extra flexibility on the back of the legs. And then we stop that movement and come into downward facing dog, finding the balance between the weight on the hands and the feet Bringing the chest towards the thighs, softening the knees if needed. The hips come high. And then from here, nice and strong with the arms and with the left leg, because we're going to bring the right leg out just with the fingertips, with the tip of your toe, sorry. And just rest it there. Make sure that the hips are square. And now we've compensated the weight between the two hands and one leg. Right, so now inhaling and bringing the leg all the way up without lifting higher than the square of the hips. Don't open the hips, just point with the toes. See if you can bring the chest a little bit closer to the thigh to reduce the weight of the hands. Very good. And then bend the knee and then bring it all the way down. And then come on your tiptoes and then lower down. And then inhaling, come on the tiptoes again, so you can bring the knees down. Stretch the toes, stretch the arms, forehead down. But allow the arms to be relaxed. If it feels better for you, crossing the arms in front of you and resting the forehead there, then you can do so. Rather than that, and stretch them, whatever feels better. Just allow the spine to be relaxed, the shoulders relaxed, the eyes closed, the gaze up, the breathing long and smooth. Wonderful. And then with the next inhalation, start coming to sit on your heels, shoulders back and down, and then forward. And then we get ready for the other side. So coming on tabletop, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Balance the weight, chest towards the thighs, and then bring the left leg out. Tiptoes, make sure that the hips are square, and then inhale and bring the leg all the way up, and the chest towards the thighs a little bit more, toes pointing, breathing slowly, shoulders relaxed, and then bend the knee, and exhale and bring the leg down, hip width apart with the feet, and then come on the tiptoes, inhale, exhale and heels. And then inhaling again, tiptoes, and then both knees down, sit on your heels, shoulders back and down. Well done. So now we bring the hands in front of us and then roll your feet until you have flat feet, and then walk back with the hands. Good. And then from there, bring the hands on the hips, bend the knees, shoulders back. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Good. Remember, when we stand, don't lock the knees, but just keep always the flexion of the knees. Always going forward, strengthening the thighs. Imagine that you have that challenge of becoming very strong on the thighs. Rather than become stronger on the core, let's focus more on the thighs, because if the thighs are strong, the core will be strong if we have the right position, which with practice it would happen naturally. Okay, so now hold on the wall or the chair, whatever you want, and just like Sonny was saying yesterday, just with the tip of your finger you hold with one hand or with both, it depends where you hold it, but we're going to need one hand to hold the leg, okay? So with the opposite hand you hold, whether it's on the wall or on the chair, just try that if you're holding in front of you on the side, that you're not leaning on it or changing the alignment, okay? So we balance on the right, bend the left knee, the hips are square, the glutes both are active, bring the hands on the hips, and lifting the left knee up. And then we hold, whether it's on the shin or under the side, whatever feels good for you. And then soften the other knee a little bit more. Holding there. Relax the shoulders down. And that we know how to do because it's easy. We've done it many times. We feel very comfortable, but in the same way, we can just close the eyes. So just find your support, just in case you need it, and then gently close your eyes, bringing the gaze up. Imagine that whether you choose the tip of the nose or the third eye, that is your gaze. Same as when you have the eyes open. Just don't relax the core. Keep breathing with chest and clavicular. Bend the knees slightly when you feel that you need it. Good. And the arm that is pulling the leg is very active. The elbow bent. Good. Keep breathing there. Good. And then from there, release one hand and open the eyes. Release the other. And then keep the knee bent and bring it down. Bring the arms to the sides. And straighten the leg, the arms. Keep breathing. Arms out with fingers spread, nice and active, so there's no tension on the back. So you can straighten the toes. Keep breathing. Get very active with the arms, so it would help us to keep the core and the back muscles active and stay there for longer. Very good. And now inhaling and bend the knee and come all the way down. Well done. Bend the knees one at a time. That was very good. Good, and now we do the other side. So hip width apart to start, hands on the hips. And now we bend the right one to balance on the left. Shoulders down. Remember that if we have the shoulders down as well, that would become the whole core very active. So inhaling, lifting up. And then exhaling, holding, whatever you can. The higher it is, the better. So if here you can bring it higher because you can reach better, then hold from under the side or by the shin, whatever is good for you. And then with the opposite hand, just find your support. Breathing slowly. Softening the knee. Relaxing the jaw. Close your eyes. Trusting in the process, trusting in yourself, in your balance. Good. And every now and then try to let go of the hand with your eyes closed, which is also very good. As long as the knee is bent, it's very good to strengthen the feet muscles, because we are wobbling a little bit more than normal, but if the thigh is active, then we just gain. There's no way we can hurt ourselves, that we can have any injury. If this is active, everything else is safe. Good, and then release the hands, open your eyes if they're closed, bring the knee back and stretch the arms as much as you can. Stretch the leg out, keep breathing slowly. Inhale and exhale. And if you feel that the balance gets tricky, then soften the knee a little bit more. And keep breathing. Relax the jaw. Breathe slowly. One more round of breath. Good, and then slowly inhaling, bending the knee, coming all the way down. Very good. And bend the knees one at a time. Good, and then just massage the bowl of the food, rotating the ankle in one direction and then the other direction. Good, and then the other foot. And in the other direction. Very good. And now just shake if it feels good. Then grab your blanket. We're gonna get ready for Savasana. Just before we get into the Savasana, remember if you're trying to change the way you stand and especially the way you walk as well, which is I think the tricky one. If you find it challenging to do with the knees bent, so you find the thighs engaged all the time, then try to walk a little bit faster. The faster we walk, the easier it is to engage. Because normally when we run, we have the perfect position of the legs. And the part that lands first is the ball of the foot, and then the toes help. So walking faster would help to get used to that proper way of walking to become stronger. Okay, so now let go as we stretch. Make your Savasana your space of peace, of relaxation. It's your bubble where you are safe, where you are renewing, where you're taking in all the beautiful changes. And the only thing you need to do is just be. Nothing else. Bringing the awareness to the breathing, or to your heartbeat, or to the background noise, whatever it is, but just one thing at a time. So the mind is also at rest, it's relaxed. You can just be. And the more we allow those spaces of stillness, the more we can notice our inner voice, our true purpose. We stay here for another 2 minutes. Keeping the gaze up, and your whole body completely surrendered. And then gently start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Breathing deeply. Inhale and bring the feet together. And bend the knees one at a time to lengthen the spine. When you're ready, roll on your right side. Stay there for a few breaths. And then use your arms to bring you up to sitting position. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. Just for a few moments, just relax the shoulders, align the spine, bring the gaze up. Keep enjoying that stillness. And this is the moment that when you practice on your own, and I leave you there in the Savasana, this is a perfect moment for your meditation. But you can also do it before bed or as soon as you wake up. The next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart. Pressing gently. We're going to sing one Om as a way of union, and to allow that frequency of the Om sound to bring some healing to our body, our minds, to the universe. When you're ready, inhale deeply. Inhale and exhale. And keeping the palms together with the next inhalation, bring the thumbs to the third eye for the right thoughts. Exhale. Inhale and bring them closer to the mouth for the right word, the right say, and exhale. And inhale and bring them closer to the heart center for the right feelings and compassion, and exhale. With a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for being there and for your practice. You did very well. Let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.